Holy smokes, this is a massive week for video game releases.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna play little games. Fine, I'll play. I'm more than happy to play some games with y'all.
I'm super excited because the last few weeks have been extremely quiet. That's going to make this video run a little bit longer than usual, so strap yourself in and hold on to your butts. I promise there will be a game worth checking out for you this week. Straight off the bat, we have the amazing looking cyberpunk world of Neon Blight, developed by Canadians Bleeding Tapes. Now, if you know me, you know I can't get enough of roguelite adventures, and it seems pairing that with the top-down bullet hell genre is a recipe for success in the indie world. No complaints here, they're always heaps of fun and challenging enough to sometimes question the worth of your game controller. There is a key difference that Neon Blight are offering here, with that being a gun management feature to help you progress. Not too sure how this will play out. As a player, you're so used to spending your own resources in a store to level up. So helping customers find guns that they need and earning money through sales to level yourself up sounds really, really cool. Can't wait to see reviews come in for this one. Neon Blight releases on the 11th of July to PC. This is Lunar Axe, and what captured me straight away from this trailer is the art style. I'm not usually a point and click kind of guy, but this art design looks like panels from a Neil Gaiman graphic novel or something, and the puzzles presented look quite interesting. It probably won't be a super long game, so if that is something you're looking for this week, then keep an eye on it. Lunar Axe releases on the 11th of July to PC. How fucking beautiful does this look? I'm continuously blown away by indie development these days. This is Zell, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it's developed by Tiny Raw. If you enjoy strong storytelling mixed with some difficult puzzling, then this style of adventure RPG should tick those boxes for you. You'll have a fun combat system with dodge and parry, with plenty of promised dungeons to explore, and plenty of unique gadgets and weapons to unlock throughout. I don't know, I just love the look of this with its sci-fi world, and it's definitely something I can see myself getting around. Wishlist it if you feel the same. Zell releases the 12th of July on all platforms.
Dunbar.
Here's another game where you find yourself stranded on a strange island, similar to the previously mentioned Zell. This is Time on Frog Island. Between the two adventure titles though, this one is looking to be a bit more lighthearted and casual in its playstyle. There is fishing and farming in this sandbox adventure, solve puzzles and make trades with locals. It actually looks like a really fun time, and I especially like the look of these wacky NPCs in the game. If you like those immersive sandbox games where you can accidentally lose like 6 hours of your day, then make sure to put this one on your wish list. Releasing the 12th of July on all platforms.
What are you waiting for? A room full of memory gas is no place to relax.
If you hadn't already guessed it from the title, this is Escape Academy, and it is an escape room puzzler developed by Crew Games. Art style looks very unique to this sort of puzzle game, and the voice acting and narration sounds hilarious. These rooms were helped designed by some real life escape room experts. Is that even a thing? How does one get that job? Plenty of rooms to go through, and you can either go it alone or co-op with a friend, which sounds pretty sick to me. I'd be curious to see if this game has a roadmap or updates for the future. I'm only to assume that once you have unlocked each room, then all the puzzles still stay the same on a second run through. Either way, I'm all for games making me feel way smarter than I actually am. Escape Academy releases on all but the Switch on the 13th of July, and you should be able to find it on Game Pass also.
What the hell have we gotten ourselves into?
Escape Academy!
We got a tough case that needs...
In a big week of releases, you didn't think there would only be one Cyberpunk title, did you?
There can be only one.
This week, Loopmancer releases, and I'm sure it's already on many wish lists out there. A very interesting looking roguelike game where you are stuck on a death loop. I like the look of the Eastern elements added with what seems to be a samurai/cyberpunk protagonist. The game description tells us that there are 7 stages to run through, and with a number that low, I can only guess that this means a very difficult game. There are heaps of weapons to unlock, over 100 actually, and different ways to mod these weapons and prosthetics to defeat unique enemies. There's little known about it, but I'm looking forward to discovering how your actions and decisions change the way you play this game and how the endings can differ. Regardless, this game looks really good, and it should most definitely be on your radar. Releasing 13th of July on all the platforms. A different twist on a building sim is Urbeck City Builder. The key difference being that there is no money involved to develop your city. Instead, using your growing resources as a tool belt, such as food, coal, or skilled workers. There will be a lot of choices to make in how you want your world to be, with plenty of other biomes to choose from. You can create different neighborhoods by what you choose to build. For example, a Bohemian neighborhood will require more parks, libraries, and of course bars, with a lower population density. I think this sandbox is going to be very interesting in the way you choose your assets in a way that makes it more about management and fitting the right puzzle pieces in, on top of being a city builder. Or whack it on your wish list, releasing the 13th of July to PC. Necrosmith is looking like a really cool tower defense game. With some deck building thrown in, I could see myself losing a few hours into this game. What I like about Necrosmith is the unusual way you upgrade your characters and attack style by the way of collecting body parts from dead enemies, such as skeletons, zombies, orcs, and even robots. Combining and linking certain body parts will affect your power, speed, and survivability. And if you can't find the missing body part to complete your build, you can even grow them. If you've always wanted to build an army of the dead, then Necrosmith releases the 13th of July on PC. Kingdom Gun is a funded Kickstarter campaign roguelike shooter. Gameplay looks intense, having to dodge an onslaught of enemies, projectiles, all while dishing out your own damage from a massive selection of different guns, with 150 plus to trial throughout. There are 6 unique characters to unlock, with pets and items to collect along the way to help you dish out maximum damage. Play single player or grab a mate and go online co-op. This looks fun and is clearly made by fans of the side-scrolling genre. Get your mitts on Kingdom Gun the 13th of July, coming to PC.
Silence hung thick in the ethereal air, as if God himself were holding his breath. But God had forsaken this place, and a demonic creature made it its home. The revelations rather.
The Tale of Bistun looks like this gorgeous story-driven narrative game, which is actually based on a famous Persian tragic romance. I'm instantly hooked on these beautiful visuals, especially these landscapes set amongst the stars. Gameplay looks relaxing, and I'm assuming you will have puzzles to unlock, which helps your character's narrative and pieces the game together for you. I like that there is some combat in this title, but I wouldn't rely too much on a heavy combat game, so don't expect an action RPG. Get this one if you were after a fascinating story and a relaxing change of pace. The Tale of Bistun releases 13th of July on the PC and Xbox.
Bistun!
Man, this one looks interesting from the trailer. This is Clanfolk, and it's a strategy, sim, and survival game set in the medieval Scottish Highlands. All of that together just sounds so cool already. It has this kooky art style that makes me smile, and there looks to be some really interesting mechanics. From choosing where to begin your homestead, to raising a family, to even burying family members and watching the generations of your clan grow. Fight off the dangers of different seasons and environmental effects, and make sure everyone stays warm, fed, and hydrated. I'm looking forward to a review for this one to see the reaction it gets. Clanfolk comes out on the 14th of July to PC. Dust off your Akubras and slap your Mozzie spray on. This is Dinkum, and you guessed it, it's a life sim game set in the Australian wilderness.
That's a knife.
If you've ever wanted to build your home among the gum trees with lots of plum trees, here is your chance. Developed by just one Aussie man, James Bendon. There's so much Australiana in here, you're bound to have heaps of fun. From sleeping in swags under the stars, swimming alongside giant crocs, throwing a line in to catch some barra, to breeding cattle. Everything here is the equivalent to an Aussie DLC for Animal Crossing. Doesn't that just sound awesome? There's even online co-op thrown in there for good measure. Dinkum goes into early access on the PC, July 14th. fight with light in this side-scroller roguelike adventure. Eyes in the Dark, The Curious Case of One Victoria Bloom, is probably the one I'm most looking forward to releasing this week. From its creepy cartoon style to its eerie audio design, this has Tim Burton's influence all over it. Gearbox Publishing has delivered us many great games before, and this looks like another indie smash. The game promises swarms of creatures and an ever-changing mansion. You can power up your characters and upgrade gadgets and weapons, i.e. the flashlight. Perks to help you on run-throughs, typical to most roguelike games, and lots of loadout tinkering to be done to find perfect synergies that help you progress. Absolutely put this one on your wishlist, especially for those roguelike fans out there. Eyes in the Dark releases the 14th of July on the PC. God, what the fuck is this? This looks absolutely batshit crazy. It is Toilet Chronicles, a first-person horror/comedy toilet action game. Bonkers, I know. Here you will find yourself trapped in a public restroom, and it's up to you to find an exit while being hunted by evil. I tell you what, as strange and ridiculous as this is, I have to admit it's worth a look. With multiple endings to burn through, strange dialogues, and apparently outdated memes, this has memorable playthrough written all over it. I can't show you the trailers with audio, they do have licensed tracks on there, but go check them out to get the full wackiness. Make sure to wash your hands. The Toilet Chronicles comes out the 14th of July to the PC. Fire and Maneuver is a free-to-play releasing this week. I'm not too into the turn-based strategy genre, but the art style is quite attention-grabbing. Set in the mid-1800s, you can battle some of history's most famous battles. You'll be placed as faction leaders, and it's up to you and your smarts to outwit the opponent. Play single or against a friend. I think well worth a try if you like this style of game. It is free, and it goes into early access on the 15th of July to PC. Let us end with another turn-based tile tactical RPG, with a more retro style, Immortal Tactics, War of the Eternals. More emphasis in this title with the RPG and roguelite mechanics. I haven't had time to give this demo a go, but it is available if you enjoy this style of game. Pixel art looks detailed and beautiful, paired with an atmospheric soundtrack. I think newcomers to the genre, myself for example, will enjoy this title, as it promises to be more friendly and easy to grasp, but yet densely strategic. I know many eyes are on this title, so I'll be watching reviews after release, which is on the 15th of July, coming to PC. And there you have it, folks. As promised, a massive release week for games coming out. I am absolutely exhausted after that one. 2,300 words, and I was purposely being to the point. Anyway, I hope you found a game or two that takes your fancy. If you haven't already noticed, I do ask you a lot to wishlist games on Steam. Please do so if you like the look of a game. It really helps developers to get their games in front of more eyes in the Steam algorithm. Thanks so much for your time. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to, or don't. But if you do, you will remain up to date with all the game releases. Happy gaming, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.